doesn't happen overnight, but you've got to look at the whole system, not just part of it. We've been here for 20 years. We've started just after we paid for the place, and then started rebuilding onto what the existing landowner had left, which these are part of the original corridors that he left, but after 20 years they get very fragmented, so we're building into them with strategic re-veg and then the perennial grasses to assist the use and the profitability of the sandplain.
The main reason why we've really gone into it is to stop the wind erosion and to get more trees for the biodiversity and keeping things going, as well as by reducing the carbon footprint, by using some of the carbon dioxide and that, because there's so much that actually happens, especially down in the cities and that, and nobody really thinks about it down in the cities. But when you get out here in the open areas, and there's just your stock does so much better, and then you find a few kangaroos and that come back where there's never been any kangaroos for years.
The process is that Yvonne would have heard about the incentive through local media or through word of mouth, and then she would have contacted NAC or the Shire, and I would have given her a call and come out and see what she wanted to do and explain the incentives to her and what NAC had to offer. And then we would have planned out everything she could do and put together the agreement for her, and she would have signed up and NAC would have signed up, and then we would have funded her for her project.
There's two reasons for planting windbreaks. One is to try and reduce the wind erosion, and the other is for protection and utilisation of the feed by the livestock. If you have protection for your livestock, it decreases the amount of fodder that they need, because whether it's hot or cold, they need to eat or drink accordingly to maintain their body temperature.
Yeah, I think strategic re-veg is pretty good in that respect, like putting all the corridors in and stopping the wind erosion and trying to have the shelter banks and that there, so then the sheep are going to benefit for it, as well as the land doing it as well, by having the wind erosion there, stopping that, as well as cold days and that after you've shorn sheep and you've got lambs that have just dropped either way. You're sort of looking after them as well, trying to keep them alive and keep them survive, and still they trim up some of the weeds and that underneath all the trees and that to stop the fire hazard as well. But yeah, there's pluses in every direction really, I reckon.
One of the things that we must thank NAC and the host organisation, which is Chapman Valley Shire, because without these natural resource management officers to give us the assistance, and that it's all new and we need to have that experience and the technical support, which we'd like to thank NAC very much for. That you can't be expected to know all the things as a farmer, because it's a different system and we have all got to learn together.